Okay, so I bought me a Veritas Dual Marking gauge, and I mean, it's all right. There's some things that about it that really, when you pay good money for, this has some blemishes and stuff like that that came on it. So I don't know if it was already used or what, but let's just take a look at it right here. It had some blemishes right here and right here on it, which isn't a huge deal. And then also I've got some blemish right here and then one right there that came with it. So I wasn't for sure if this piece was used already or it was a return and they just send it back. But this dual gauge marker, I've used it and it works really good. It's pretty heavy. These right here do work good, so this way you can adjust these out, in and out. So if you were going to adjust for a mortise and tenon, you know, you just kind of just tighten these down and you're good to go. And these do stay tightened down so that way you cannot move them. And that works just great. However, if you want to make adjustments to where you want your mortise to be at or your tenon, you have to undo these, and then you would have to pull these together or you reset them in order to keep the distance the same, because once you move these, of course, you know, you're going to have it, to try and get it centered up, you're just going to have it back off again. So they have a clamp, which is this piece right here, which slides on like so, and you tighten this down. And this is supposed so you can adjust both of these together like so. But I got that hand tight and that doesn't work. So I took a pair of channel locks and I really tightened it. Still didn't work. So this is my rant with this right here, is that this thing is a piece of crap. So you undo it. I thought, well, maybe I got it on the wrong way. How's that possible? Well, turn it over, tighten it down, same thing. Moves. Well, did it with the channel locks, same thing. I turned this piece upside down, still the same thing. So no matter what you did, I just ruled out everything I could. Now this part cost $20. I should have sent it back, but I took channel locks to it because I was really just, you know, PO'd about it. This is just a piece of crap here. I mean, this isn't even worth it. This thing isn't even worth it. So I decided just to build my own. So I built this out of just some scrap wood, of course, and then I just went and bought a bolt and a screw and some washers, maybe 3 or 4 cents. You just take that on there, you put it on there, then all I got to do is just tighten it down like so. And what I do is I hold the nut on the other side till I get it tight. I just hold that like with my finger or whatever. Now when I move it, I can move it and you see that both of them move. But overall it is a good solid piece. The thing that I was going to buy another brand, but it was going to be an all wooden one, and that's probably the one I should have bought because it was set up a little bit better. It didn't cost much more than this, but on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it, you know, a 7. But again, this clamp is just a piece of crap. I mean, if you're thinking about getting one of these and buying this, just don't even bother. In fact, I was so really disgruntled with this piece right here that when it came time to buy a carcass saw, which is, you know, got 14 teeth, I just ended up buying, instead of going with Veritas, I just ended up buying the Lee Nelson, which costed me twice as much, which I was happy with paying for because, well, I was just so really disgruntled about this piece of crap that I wasn't even bound to even think about buying another one of their products. I do own a Veritas hand scraper. It works all right. I like it because of the knobs. I did a video on that. You can go back and check out the video on it. But this, I'm looking to get some pieces out. What I like about this is you can see that you have all this space down here that you place against your edge, and you have a good solid surface to make your markings. And it works pretty good. I don't have a problem with it working. Like I said, the only thing that really irritates me is just the clamp that I bought. Should have came with it for free, really. And the edges on the markers are really sharp. Matter of fact, when I first got it, I ended up cutting myself with it because I didn't think they were going to be that sharp. But yeah, they're sharp. Now, I didn't gauge these to be centered, but you would center that up or however you want to do it, but it works really good though. So if you're thinking about buying one, keep in mind that this may not work. I don't know if it's going to work on any other ones or not, but this was my rant about this. This thing's just a hunk of junk. So you're going to have to make your own or buy a different type. Now I probably am going to buy the wooden one. Now the wooden one had a screw that you screwed it down so that way you could make your adjustments and move your two markers in unison. So this way they stay even, because if not, you don't have a clamp for this. You're going to have to adjust one, and it's going to be real time consuming to do that when you want to do your mortise and tenon. Whereas if you got the clamp, you can just adjust it to where you need it to be a lot faster. So if you're on the market for one, I'm not going to say I suggest this, to be honest. It is a good piece. If you want to make your own clamp again, then I suggest buying it. The wooden one I wanted was only really a few dollars more, but I leaned towards this because I just liked the way that it looked, and that looked a little bit more solid. And like I said, it is a solid piece. So if you're looking for one, just keep that in mind. So until next time, I'm Edward Short, the Who's Your Craftsman, happy and safe woodworking.